What's up, boys and girls? We're here for another episode of Black and Yellow Movies. Today, we're going to talk about a segment we like to call movies you haven't heard of, but you should watch.
Let's begin now.
The Raid 2 it takes place like a couple hours after the first one. The main character is talking to this police officer who is telling him like you made an enemy today and it's not going to go away. The only way to get you to survive this is if we bring down these drug kingpins, these kind of godfathers, if you will, of the crime community. So he needs to go undercover in order to infiltrate these families, or one family in particular, and that starts off with him going into jail and befriending the son of the kingpin. It is an action movie. It is a crime saga, but there's so much entwined within this second film that you really feel like you're getting the cream of the crop with this one. It doesn't even seem to have a huge budget, but you feel like you are getting something worthy of an Oscar out of this, out of not just the performances, but the writing, the art direction, the choreography with the fighting scenes. Everything about this movie is it's fun to watch, and it's an eye treat as well.
We kind of went into it already, but what are 3 reasons why we should watch it?
3 reasons. I mean, we got the story. The story
First
is
reason.
great. The story is great because it's just that kind of classic crime boss feel. Like, it's... I remember earlier we were talking about drawing parallels to it. I guess you could say like something similar to The Godfather, where it's very subtle, has a subtlety to it, and great acting, and like a lot of undercurrents within the chemistry between the characters. And then like I know we said Goodfellas, but not so much in terms of like Goodfellas was a little more bombastic in its approach, a little more in your face. I feel like this one's a little more subtle, but it still has enough to just it gets under your skin somehow. It just kind of you just want to be in the movie and just be like, okay, I'm gonna whoop somebody's ass today because you pissing me off right now. It gives that classic crime saga feel, and anybody who enjoys crime movies, thrillers, anything of that nature will love this movie. I guarantee you will, because it throws a little bit of martial arts into it, which we'll get into later, which adds a nice, unique twist to it.
Is the story hard to follow?
The story is not hard to follow, which is a good thing because there's a lot of inner workings within the story that some of them tie into the first one. A lot of them are standalone for this second film, but at the same time, it keeps you interested because it's so easy to follow, but just the characters in this film are so full, they're so lively that you feel like, yeah, this is probably how these crime bosses would work. This is probably the stubborn son who's worth a lot of money and wants to start his own thing. It's realistic in the crime world, and that's what I loved about it, because although the story is very not minimalistic, but just kind of easy to follow, like there's so many layers to these characters, and the main character in general, like he's fighting for something. He's, and that really brings that humanistic aspect, which I love.
All right, so there's the story. Everyone loves a good story.
Everyone loves a good story.
What is the second reason?
The second reason would be, what did we talk about?
Action.
The action. Oh my God. Like, this is America, take notes. Like, to be honest, because the action in this movie is so well choreographed, so well done, shot. Like, it is just breathtaking.
So there's martial arts in it.
There's
martial
guns,
arts,
there's
fights.
guns, there's knives, there's, oh my God, there's everything. And like, even though I will say one thing, the first Raid had a little bit more originality in terms of the fighting. They didn't dial it down for the second one. They actually made it a little more intense. But it's just that first one introduces you to this fighting style, this unique fighting style, so well that the second one, even though it's not as unique, it still captivates you just as much. And I read that in the trivia that these actors actually, upon learning the fighting style, they had to learn how to control their strength so much, because they're actually hitting these other actors in the movie, but they learned how to control their strength so they weren't hurting the other actors. So a lot of the stuff you see is like very realistic. You look at the movie and you're like, how are these guys not hurt? And it's like, they probably did get hurt at one point or another.
I think there were about 30, 40 who died.
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's just one shot in the preview you can see where this guy literally just jumps through a window. And although, yeah, it's probably like, some plexiglass, nothing too, but it's like, he really it's intense. The editing is amazing. Like, they don't chop it up too much to where you really get a great feel for the sequence. So that's the action is top notch. Like, I haven't seen anything in America that really rivals it.
So we got story, we got action. What's the third one?
The third one is
Acting.
So the thing that really, like, I mean, we can talk about America's known for their great actors. Even, you know, there's a lot of British actors who played American actors who are really great. But the thing that captivated me about these actors was that I think I might have noticed maybe one of them before, maybe two.
So they were kind of unknown to you?
They were unknown to me. If you are really into foreign movies, Asian films, you might have seen one or two of these actors before, but a lot of them are new faces. And the fact that they did it so well, they played these kind of sadistic characters so well, you would think that they've been doing this for years, which maybe they have. Although maybe to the American eye, we just haven't seen them that much. But they did it so well, you just couldn't help but feel like these were seasoned actors. And it was a familiar territory just in that realm. Because you watched it, they were captivating. They delivered their lines well. And none of it seemed forced. So that's what really brought me into this movie more than just the action, than just the story. Was like these people were great actors who I'd never heard before. So that kudos to all of them.
So the 3 reasons: story, action, and acting.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go to, if you're going to relate this movie to a different movie, if someone who's watching right now, if they liked what movie, then they would like this one.
So if you're looking for, like I said a little bit earlier, that crime saga aspect, where it has like a lot of subtle undercurrents between the actors, great correlation to The Godfather, because it has that very Kingpin kind of feel to where it's just like these guys are at the top and people want to knock them off, and there's a lot of stuff going on around them that they have to fight off, that they have to work around. It's great on that front. Now, in terms of like the action, I want to say most martial arts movies, but like I said, it holds its own candle because it's a different type of martial arts. It's not the martial arts you're going to see in a Jet Li or Jackie Chan film. It's not the martial arts you're going to see in a Bruce Lee film. It's all on its own. I can't remember the name of the fighting style that they are using. There is an actual name for it. You could probably look it up, find it online, but it is very unique. All I can say is that in this first and second movie of The Raid, they found new ways to kill people. I have never seen people killed this way before. And that was like, it might sound sadistic saying that, but I mean, like, let's be honest. When half the people go to a movie and it's an action movie, they want to see some shit fucked up. And that's what you get. But you also get the story, the acting, all the players involved. So, yeah, if you like any kind of crime saga or you like any kind of
martial arts
film, go see this movie. Pick it up. Whatever. The first Raid is on DVD. I'm sure you can find it at any movie store, really. The second one, I believe, still might be in theaters. Maybe in your area, maybe not. It's a smaller release. I believe it's coming on DVD in July. So look out for it. Watch both of them. They are amazing. It changed my mind about how we do action here
in his life.
America, which is probably why I didn't like the X-Men as much as I thought I was going to. But enough about that. Watch The Raid. Watch The Raid 2. It is a trilogy. The third one has been announced. It's amazing. Go see it.
Boom. So that's it. If you like Godfather, if you like martial arts movies, go watch it. This is Black and Yellow.
Black
movies.
and Yellow.
Mostly black for this one because he's the only one who's seen it. I guess I should watch it after this.
He needs to watch it. I mean, the first one's like an hour and a half. The second one's like 2.5 hours. So that just kind of gives you like a good parameter of what you're dealing with.
All right. Well, comment below if you have seen it and you do like it. But you guys who haven't seen it, really go out and watch it. I'm going to go watch it, I guess.
You need to watch it. Everybody needs to watch these movies.
All right. Quiet. Black and Yellow Movies signing out. It's directed by
Jonathan Liebesman.
I wanted you to say it because I can't pronounce it.
I don't even know how to pronounce it.
So you're like, whoa, what's wrong with Jonathan Liebesman? Well, here are the movies that he's
Let's see what he's directed. We'll start off with Wrath of the Titans.
That's what you're going to start with?
Yeah, I'm going to start off with that one because everybody knows that one.
So this is the second of Clash of the Titans. The first one wasn't that good. Second one